By golly, it could.
And those podcasts, I listen to. Now I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I've listened to one. I listened to one that he done with. Oh my goodness. The guy that's in Russia now trying to stay out of jail.
I know who you mean. I think
the one that
when it leaked all the secrets.
Yeah. It published them, the leaked secrets. He used to work for. I listened to that. That was 3 hours, and it was super interesting. It was super interesting, such as that. And then gosh, I am so bad with names.
Okay.
I
wouldn't know what a podcast was if it wasn't for Josh, and I'm still not sure I understand it.
Well, I don't ever understand what Josh is talking about because he watches
he watches
stuff that I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know who he's talking about or what he's talking about. Yeah. Dave Rubin, if you're into politics like I am, I'm a political fanatic. Dave Rubin, and this guy is gay, so you wouldn't think I would listen to him, but he has some great podcasts. I mean, he has interesting people.
Now, is a podcast just talking? In other words, you listen to a podcast on radio. You don't necessarily watch.
Well, I listen it off of this when I'm in the truck.
So basically, you can drive the truck, and it's just like listening.
Right, I put my earbuds in and just listen to them.
Yeah.
And it's like it's an interview.
Yeah.
It's an interview, but it's not a network interview.
All right.
Dave Rubin works for Dave Rubin.
Yeah.
Okay? There's nobody telling him who to get and who not to get and what questions to ask.
Yeah.
And he's really good about not asking questions much, just letting them talk.
Uh-huh.
That's where it comes in.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peterson, wrote a book, and then it's exploded. And this, to me, is the greatest thinker in a couple of generations, as far as a thinking man. Very interesting guy, super interesting guy. And he's on YouTube. He's got stuff on YouTube and on podcasts. His daughter publishes his talks on podcasts and stuff like that. But it's just so enlightening. And same with, when you're in school, you may have heard the name C.S. Lewis. But now you can hear his stuff. You can see his stuff on YouTube. I can't think of who else right now. But
well, you mentioned C.S. Lewis. Now, I didn't know until you told me this morning that C.S. Lewis used to do commentary on the BBC.
Yes, he
did.
And
that commentary is available on YouTube. And there's someone like a doodle artist who, while he's commenting, they're making little doodles on the screen. So you can watch and listen to C.S. Lewis commentary during World War II and watch some interesting and entertaining other stuff that's in there with it on YouTube, on TV. Bicknell pulled up somebody on YouTube on his TV last night. And y'all have to keep in mind, I live in a camper. I don't even have internet. And I can't even watch 63 Impala's YouTube videos because I don't have enough internet to load one. And Bicknell's sitting in his living room watching all these YouTube videos from all over the world, and it's given me a whole new idea about, wow, YouTube is even more awesomer. That's a word.
One other I recommend, now these are just people that interest me or things that interest me. C.S. Lewis Doodle.
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis Doodle.
That's the one you were talking about.
That's the YouTube channel.
And C.S. Lewis wrote, is it called The Witch in the Wardrobe?
He wrote a lot of
which is kind of a story, but it's atypical of Christ.
Yes, it is.
The Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe.
So is the Lion King and all that.
It's a beautiful story.
So you can get, that's a good channel, C.S. Lewis Doodle. If you're interested in Bible reading and the Bible, there's one called the Bible Project. The Bible Project, as simple as that. Really good stuff. But you can listen to preachers for 20 years and you'll learn more from the Bible Project in a week.
Well, I had never seen it till you showed it to me last night. But what the Bible Project is, it's very simple. They'll take a book of the Bible or a section of the Bible, and they'll give you it with drawing pictures, a quick little outline overview of what this book of the Bible is about, who wrote it, what they were talking about here, what they were talking about there, and different things like that. Which a lot of people, I know my wife, we go to church and we hear preachers talk, and when someone, like last night, you started talking about the Tower of Babel. I doubt if she knows about the Tower of Babel, because she was raised in a Methodist church, and I doubt if it ever came up, because, the Methodists, they have little set messages, and every year they preach the same thing over and over again out of their little program. And I doubt if the Tower of Babel ever made the top 10, so I'd probably have to explain what that was all about.
But it's good to know the history of the Bible.
Yeah, and she was saying to me one day, I don't know the overall story of the Bible. She said, I don't know.
Go to an overview of the Old Testament.
Right. So that's a great source.
And it's like 9 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Overview of the Old Testament. 9 minutes.
Which is pretty fascinating.
Lays it out really well. Yeah. Now it leaves out some stuff. I don't think it even mentions Noah's flood. But it gives you a grasp. And then you can go back. It's got an overview of Genesis, Exodus, right on down the line.
I want to see Leviticus and Numbers and Deuteronomy.
They got them.
Because you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm, you get in there, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, but it'll make sense. Even Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel, you'll see it from a whole different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You will see it from a whole different perspective. All the books, really. The stuff that you read is so hard to wrap your mind around.
Yeah.
And remember, the Bible is not written necessarily chronologically. That word?
Yeah.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
It's not written that way in a chronological fashion.
It's not a straight line.
Right. So it's helpful to have those overviews.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about YouTube and the internet in general.